Previously on The Walking Dead, Negan came to town, drinks some lemonade, and I think he's here to stay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You want to see the... Anyways, guys, just if you guys want to see the full uncut reaction, man, hit us up on Patreon. Like the video. I really appreciate that. This show is getting insane. Do you think Negan's the best bad guy ever?
Yeah, definitely.
He's one of them,
definitely
right?
In this show.
Who's worse than Negan? Can you think of anybody?
Cersei Lannister.
She was pretty iconic, right?
Yeah.
So far, it's pretty close. They're both extremely, what's the word? Charming, I guess. They're both charming for bad people.
They have their like good qualities, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, let's go. All right, guys, this is episode 8. Heart still beating. Guys, is it true that this show lost a lot of viewers when Glenn got murdered on the show?
True or false?
I know people are saying things, nice things about you and Sasha. About how they're thinking you saved the place. Don't let it go to your head.
Well, don't let it bother you. Seems like it bothers you.
What a smuck thing to say. At least he got their names right, though.
You gonna eat that?
Yes.
Dude, you know she's pregnant.
Hey, nice snag.
Next time he talks to Maggie, he better just leave his apple inside.
I know.
Jeez.
Because she'll gobble it up.
Against the grain, kid. Always against the grain.
Is Carl in there? Is he trying to act like Rick right now, Negan, with the white shirt and the shave?
Damn, that smells good. Want to taste?
Oh.
Here's the damn lemonade. I had some in my kitchen. Denise liked it. Thank you. Go home. Let me take over.
No, I'm fine. I told Rick I would watch Judith. I'm gonna do that. You should go. We're about to sit.
This reminds me of Goodfellas.
How come?
Because they're making like Italian food.
We're gonna need another setting.
Wild John boat appears.
If we take on water quick, we'll probably make it to the canoe.
You want to stay back?
I'm going to pretend you didn't just say that.
What weapon could you use? Like a slingshot?
To what?
Get rid of these bodies so
Seeing
like
this
clear your
through.
way?
We both are.
I mean, you could, row by and hit him with a paddle, maybe.
I'm not waiting for you dead anymore. I don't know where the hell he is, but Lucille is hungry.
I guess she's the wife.
That's insane. He made Carl get a plate for her.
Pass the rolls. Please.
Carl made this from scratch. I can't believe Carl was sitting there rolling biscuits like that.
Isn't it? I don't know. I can't dance. Don't touch this.
Mr. October doesn't have pants on. Just so everyone knows.
I don't. So if something crazy happens, I can't jump up. It's hot in here. I got boxers on, okay? You're making it sound crazy.
Do you?
You think I got my raw cheeks on my chair? Do I look like that?
Easy as that. It's just a transaction. You look like shit, which means you fought for this, so you did your job. You get it, and I like that.
That's good to hear.
Good job, Spencer.
You play your cards right, maybe I'll show you where we live.
Maybe I'll buy you a sandwich.
You like watching Haircut?
Yes.
He does.
I mean...
You mean to get the hell out of here. Now!
That looks cozy, honestly.
Morgan.
It's just some things from the Kingdom Garden. Nectarines, some apples.
Thank you, I am good.
You can fend for yourself, I know, but fresh produce isn't something you can just...
Really? I'm good.
Ezekiel?
Apparently some people are having a hard time believing me when I say I just want to be left alone.
You know, I was trying to leave you alone, and I will. But you called me over. Why?
How are you?
Good.
Good. Now you can go.
I think you're going soft.
I think you're going.
Hey. Sorry to bother you. Morgan, I didn't expect you to be here, too. It's good you are. I wanted to speak to you both, actually. It's about something important.
Man, they're loading Carol up.
It's kind of sweet, though. Dang, these ones like to crawl up on you.
Whoa, whoa! Ah! No!
Oh wow, oh wow. Swim away. Please pop up right there. Oh, there we go.
I forgot he's world class at Marco Polo.
No, anytime they're in water, it reminds me of Bob, and it just freaks me out.
Man, that scared me. I thought we done lost somebody.
Stop hugging the wall.
What was that?
Easy street.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Imagine digging into that peanut butter after that though.
Right.
Daryl's gonna put his fingers up in it. Dwight's room.
Bit of a sore loser?
Looks like the only thing you ran out of was ammo. We gotta get this back now.
With the wind picking up, it shouldn't take long to drift back to shore.
Man, that's good, but if that was the kind with the nuts in it, even better.
Crunchy over creamy, always.
I didn't mean that you couldn't do it. Going this far, risking this much, to get things for them, people don't agree with it. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't.
I saw what happened on the road. What we're doing is gonna keep people living. We get to do that. Doesn't matter what happens to us.
Michonne doesn't think this is living.
Committing to a choice like this, after living how we did, free, it's hard. It's giving up everything right up until your own life. But either your heart's beating or it isn't. Your loved ones' hearts are beating or they aren't. We take what they give us so that we can live.
They better at least hide some of those guns, or at least try to.
What's that? Oh yeah, we're sawing about this.
So how long you been with Negan? Why were you out there alone? You think talking won't change how this ends for you, but you don't know me. I'm not gonna kill him today. I'm gonna find a way that we win. That's why I'm out here alone.
Is that an apple pie? How did you do that? I could smell it from outside the door.
You baked it?
Some guy gave it to us for what we did. His little girl said you should run for president of Hilltop.
Maggie for president. Do you want a plate?
No, I'm good. Did Jesus give you those? Is he still around? There's some things I want to add to his list before it goes out. Kids need something to write with, pens, pencils.
Are you already president?
I've just been talking to people. Jesus left this morning. He told me to tell you, but I forgot. Okay. Next time.
I'm gonna get some milk. Let me. Oh, I'm good.
That sounds so good.
That apple pie's a jackpot, though.
You're lying to Maggie about Jesus.
What makes you say that?
A girl who lives in the house. She was telling me about everyone. She said Jesus is a runner and that he left yesterday, not this morning.
It's for her own good.
Why?
Because I need to do something, and she'll want to help me.
You want to kill Negan?
Don't we all?
What if you have help?
If we had help, a lot of people, then I wouldn't be afraid to tell her because she'd know it wasn't on her to do it. But if it's just me...
It isn't just you. You and Maggie aren't the only ones who want to take Negan out.
No, Enid, that's not happening. And if you care about her, you don't say anything about this. We have to keep her safe. You have to keep her safe.
It isn't just you.
It sure looks like it.
A lot of places came together after the world fell apart. Maybe you're both from one of those places. Most of those communities and camps are gone now. I pretty much lost hope in people. But then I found the kingdom. I met Ezekiel.
Long live the kingdom.
I saw what he built. But now I believe what he built is under threat. The Saviors. A few months back, Ezekiel and a few guards met a group of them in the woods. The Saviors recognized Ezekiel's capabilities, and Ezekiel didn't want to fight, so they cut a deal. In exchange for food and supplies, no one would get hurt, and they never set foot inside the kingdom. And very few of us even know.
What does any of this have to do with me?
I know Ezekiel likes you. I also know that Ezekiel trusts you, and that's why I'm here. I need you to help me convince him of something. Right now, we have peace with the Saviors. But sooner or later, something's gonna go wrong. Maybe we'll be light on a drop. Or maybe one of ours will look at one of theirs the wrong way. Or maybe they'll just decide to stop honoring the deal. Things will go bad. And when they do...
They're dicey.
Yes, they are.
The kingdom will fall.
Plus, they constantly try to provoke you. Yeah.
They punched him for no
That's
reason.
what I'm saying.
I lost it to this world. Saw them die. I'm scared that if we don't do something now, that we won't only lose more people, we'll lose everything. I know what the Saviors are, and I know what they do. And I know they cannot be trusted. And I think you know that too.
What exactly are you asking?
I'm asking you to help convince Ezekiel to attack the Saviors, to strike first.
Not by yourselves.
That's not Morgan's style, is it?
But it is Call of Duty Carols.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
for
I can
you?
do that.
Or Negan?
It's for him.
How will you do it?
I'll pull the trigger.
They'll kill you.
As long as he goes first.
Why do you have to die?
Because he has to.
I agree. But why do you? There's no need to lie to me if this is our last conversation.
If Abraham was alive, we could fight. If Glenn was, Maggie's kid would have a father. Michonne and Carl can fight. They have Rick. Aaron has Eric. Eugene knows things. Daryl's strong.
What about Sasha?
She's got anger.
It shouldn't have been you. It shouldn't have been anyone. We'll win, but we need to wait for the right moment or create it together. And you're a part of that together. We need you.
They need to assassinate Negan and make everyone think it was one of the Saviors to cause the infighting. How do you do something like that? I don't know. You gotta ask the CIA, but because that would divide them.
Or you do it and you somehow frame Dwight.
Yeah. Let's go, Daryl.
Dang, they got a charcuterie board. What do the kids call it? A charcuterie board?
I don't think kids call it that.
I'm guessing we could deal more than we have at the kingdom. The element of surprise is our only hope. We need to attack first, and we need to do it now while we still have the advantage. Carol, I imagine that violence and fighting is something you haven't been a part of.
Never.
You have no idea.
She's probably the most capable fighter in this room.
Then it's time to fight.
No. This is something I am not a part of.
Then you don't have to fight. You just have to convince Ezekiel to bring the kingdom to fight.
You're not understanding me. I didn't want you, I didn't want Ezekiel or Morgan coming here, and I don't want anything to do with your lives or your deaths. I just want to be left alone.
People will die. A lot of them.
You killed a man.
I took a life to save a life.
It's the same goddamn thing. We'll be taking their lives to save ours.
Only you don't know that it will.
You're gonna choose to kill one day, Morgan. Because it will get that bad. Why not choose now? Before you lose someone you care about.
There's a peace now. I won't be a part of changing that. And maybe we can build on that.
Not with these people. When they turn on us, and they will, that blood is gonna be on your hands.
I understand both sides, but I'm with this dude.
I'm with this
You're
dude.
both used to that.
You should go too.
I should.
I don't want anyone else coming around or even knowing where I am. If you somehow see anyone we know, tell them I'm gone. Do that for me, please.
Never meant for you to see me.
Then move houses, because you're right outside of it.
Well, that's the crappy thing about the world. We all want to be left alone, but as we all know, the world doesn't let you just be left alone. Spencer's like, should I hook up with that girl or no?
No, he should, because he can get in there, like figure out the place, because she invited him to her spot.
I thought you meant get in there like another way.
No.
Hi.
I can honestly say I've never had to talk in front of a mirror in my life.
When I was on speech and debate, I did it.
I've never done that. Maybe I should. You know what I mean? Maybe I should practice.
On The Sims, that's how you build charisma.
Really?
You gotta talk in front of the mirror. You get skill point.
Hot date?
I'm on a good momentum with them. Gonna try to use that.
Yeah? How?
Yeah, how? Tell her.
By trying to get closer, even just to start trying. If I can do that, after a while, maybe months, maybe years, maybe then we try something. I think it's what my mom would have done, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Whatever it was, I thought we had something good, at least the beginning of something good. Why'd you end it? Why'd you even start it?
Just try not to think about shit. You're cute, tall. I used you. I'm sorry.
Would you be up for dinner later? I really mean just dinner. No strings.
All right.
I feel like Spencer could turn on them though.
Yeah, he's always been a little shady.
Because he's not
he
very
hates Rick
attached.
so much.
Yeah, he's not attached to Rick.
He just made a comment about how maybe it'll take years, months. Dude, I feel like if he's sitting there getting close to them for years, he's just gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
100%. Come on, Daryl. Come on.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Hell?
You gotta kill him, Daryl.
Whoa. It's cool. I swear.
It's not
Buddy,
cool.
you can walk right out that back gate there, and I won't say anything to anybody. I'm supposed to be there now, but listen, I'm just trying to get by. Just like you. Please.
Daryl.
Oh wow, Daryl.
I mean, I feel like you kind of had to do that.
Daryl.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, just about getting by here. Just about getting it all.
Oh gosh, if Daryl goes back to Alexandria though,
He's gonna walk right into Negan.
Negan's be like,
I just want to talk to him.
I said no.
Don't be an asshole, Rod. Let the man pass.
why does he stand so weird?
Is that for me?
Tony Hawk
We
character.
haven't officially met. I'm Spencer Monroe. Hi.
I thought he was talking to that girl.
Yeah, I did too.
That's Negan. We're all Negan.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever you're trying to do, you can't. You still have some choices. Go home, burn this car, make it disappear. There's a silencer in the glove compartment.
Dang. That was kind of brutal, wasn't it?
Where is he? He's in your house, asshole. Waiting for you.
Whoa, hey. See, we've been waiting for hours just to see what you're gonna bring us, huh? Why don't we have a look first?
Running water, air conditioning, housewarming gift. That settles it. I am getting myself a vacation home here.
Cheers to that.
You better have a good play here, Spencer.
That is good. You know, the only thing missing is a pool table.
The house across the street has one in the garage.
Oh, Spencer, you may just be my new best friend. Such a nice day, though. Too nice to be cooped up inside some garage, don't you think? Oh, I got a better idea.
Where are those guns?
Not bad.
He has it.
Oh, there they are.
How's this? Congrats for winning, but you still lose.
That's for you.
You leave us a little love note?
Yep.
No, I mean, we wouldn't, obviously.
Did you say it's obvious?
We didn't do that.
It's not about that damn no! Hey, don't.
Run along to Negan, Rick. Put your friend here. He's got no place to be.
Could never do this.
They moved it outside.
You would just be standing there scowling, giving me that annoying side eye he gives me.
It's actually what I came to see you about. I want to talk to you about Rick.
Talk to me about Rick.
I get what you're trying to do here. I'm not saying I agree with your methods, but I get it. You're building a network, you're making people contribute for the greater good. Makes sense. But you should know that Rick Grimes has a history of not working well with others.
What an audience, though. Look.
Rick wasn't the original leader here. My mom was. She was doing a really good job of it. She died not long after Rick showed up. Same with my brother, same with my dad.
So everything was
What a
peachy
tattletale.
here for what? Years? And then Rick shows up and suddenly you're an orphan. That is the saddest story I've ever heard. Good thing for you, he's not in charge anymore.
Doesn't matter. His ego's out of control. He'll find a way to screw things up, to try and do things his way, to take over.
What exactly are you proposing be done about that?
I am my mother's son. I can be the leader she was. That's what this place needs. That's what you need.
So I should put you in charge. That's what you're saying.
We'd be much better off.
Oh my god.
All right. Point made.
He just did that thing Mushu does.
I'm thinking, Spencer. I'm thinking how Rick threatened to kill me, how he clearly hates my guts. But he is out there right now gathering shit for me to make sure I don't hurt any of the fine people that live here. He is swallowing his hate and getting shit done. That takes guts.
Who's Scratch?
Hello, Al.
And then there's you.
You're being a little rat.
The guy who waited for Rick to be gone so he could sneak over and talk to me to get me to do his dirty work so he could take Rick's place. So I gotta ask, if you want to take over, why not just kill Rick yourself and just take over?
What? No, I don't.
You know what I'm thinking? Because I have a guess. It's because you got no guts.
Dang!
He stabbed him?
Ooh! Oh! No way! No way! Poor Rosita. She's gonna have no tip action.
Oh my gosh.
How embarrassing. There they are. They were inside you the whole time. You did have guts. I've never been so wrong in my whole life.
No, you can't move in, brother. Oh, she hates him now.
Someone get up here and clean this mess up. Oh. Anyone want to finish the game? Anybody? Come Come on. Who's winning?
There's just no way. Oh, I thought that was the episode. No way.
What the shit? You trying to kill me? You shot Lucille!
She got in the way.
What is this? This little bad boy made from scratch? Look at those cramps.
Oh man, did she just give away the whole...
You may be stupid, darling, but you showed some real ingenuity here.
Uh-oh.
Over that knife up, right on that girl's face. Lucille's beautiful, smooth surface is never gonna look the same. So why should yours? Unless you tell me who made this.
Oh,
me.
Man.
I made it.
Now I just think you're lying. And you lying to me? No! Such a shame. Rod's gonna have to cut up that pretty face. One more try.
It was me.
Oh! You are such a badass! Have it your way. Kill somebody.
What? No. It was me. No!
Why?
Because they're psychotic. Oh my god.
We had an agreement, Rick! Look, everybody, it's Rick! You people are making me lose my voice doing all this yelling. How about a thank you? I know we started this relationship with me beating the holy shit out of your friends, and because of that, we're never gonna sit around and braid each other's hair or share our deepest, darkest secrets, but how about a little credit? I just bent over backwards to show you how reasonable I am. Your kid? He hid in one of my trucks and machine gunned a bunch of my men down, and I brought him home, safe and sound, and I fed him spaghetti.
I mean, he really did.
Hey, that
to be honest,
happen.
he really did.
That did happen.
Another one of your people, well, he wanted me to kill you and put him in charge. I took him out for you. And another one, here, she shot Lucille trying to kill me just now, so I gave you one less mouth to feed. And by looking at her, that mouth did some major damage. Now, personally, I wouldn't have picked her to be the one to go, but Rod, I don't know, didn't trust her.
Your shit's waiting for you at the gate. Just go.
Sure thing, Rick. Right after I find the guy or gal that made this bullet. Rod?
It was me!
No, it wasn't.
No way. No way.
It was me.
Oh my gosh, Eugene.
It required one spent case and one 4-hole turret reloader powder, one funnel for the powder.
Shut up. I believe you. Lucille, give me strength. I'm going to be relieving you of your bullet maker, Rick. That and whatever you left for me at the front gate. And however much you scavenged, it's not good enough. Because you're still in serious hole after today.
Yeah, Eugene's an asset, though.
Please just take me! No!
I know. That's why I made such a reaction when he confessed.
Your kitchen is a goddamn mess. I'll see you next time.
He's such an asset, and obviously the coward made a courageous, move.
Oh, man. Poor Rick. Spencer.
Carl told me you were in here, right? I found what I was looking for. I wanted to go with you and Aaron, but I couldn't. I had to go my way. But when I found it, I realized that I I didn't want it to be my way. I wanted it to be ours. There are more of them, even more than we thought. We are outnumbered. It's not even close. But that doesn't change the way that I feel. Because it doesn't change the way that things are. We're still alive, Rick. So much has happened. So much that we shouldn't have lived through. And in spite of it, or maybe because of it, we did. We're still standing. And we're gonna keep standing. So what do we do with that? How do we make that mean something? We're the ones who get things done. We're the ones who live. That's why we have to fight. Not for us, but for Judith, for Carl, for Alexandria, for the hilltop, for all of us. We can fight them, Rick. We can find a way to beat them. We can do this. But only if we do this.
She's the best at those whisper speeches.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress for real.
Yeah, I know that now. I know that now.
That performance right there gave me some chills, man. And what do you see, Maggie?
Sasha! Enid!
Hey, let's go, let's go! Hopefully Rick's here to discuss battle plans.
Yes.
Then he needs to go meet the king.
You're okay?
I'm okay. All of us.
You were right. You told us to get ready to fight. I didn't listen and I couldn't. I can now.
Daryl D! Jesus!
What's Nikki gonna do when he finds out he escaped, though?
You know what, Lucille said, who did it? I don't really mourn Spencer too much. The lady in charge of the inventory, it's sad that she's gone, but it really sucks that they took Eugene.
Yeah, because they're gonna torture him. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus doesn't get a hug.
You see Jesus' hair? Like, look at that hair.
Just flowing back there.
Yes.
They got a little fan on it or something.
Let's go.
I would almost be scared to have one though. I don't know. Now let's get turned down by Gregory.
I think Gregory's gonna have to get on board, or Rick's gonna take this town over. Wow.
Love that.
That was a good episode, man.
That really was.
Guys, I think out of every episode we've seen in The Walking Dead, that's easily a top 5 episode to me. That was just so good, man.
Yeah, I mean, even though we had 2 losses that, you know,
Wow.
they weren't detrimental losses, but they were sad. I mean, it was even though Spencer's annoying and does that stupid zip line crap and, you know, just he's not the best, but it still sucked to see him go out like that. Like he thought he was onto something.
I mean, I just watched the episode, so, you know, it's so fresh to me, and I've never, you know, I don't know how the series plays out. So I don't know if Spencer really had a trick up his sleeve, and or maybe Spencer was of the mindset that we really need to fight these people and Rick's not going to do it. So if I can take charge and get rid of Rick, at least I can lead the fight or something. But as far as I'm concerned, that was pretty snaky of him to try to play Rick like that. Yeah.
But the only thing I can go off is he just really never liked Rick.
Exactly.
So I can only assume that he was doing it out of ill will.
But I guess I'll never know because he's dead. Yeah.
And, you know, he also was like stealing stuff from the pantry and hiding it. And
I mean, that's such a rat move, period, right? Yeah, it's kind of hard to like him for that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into another one. That was a phenomenal episode.
I like that episode because it started to build on what I feel like is going to happen, which is everyone coming together.
Right, 100%. All right, guys, episode 9, Rocking the Road.
Look at him taking watch weaponless.
That man eats a lot of carrots, if you can see that. Is it true carrots help you see in the dark, or did I just hear that my whole life?
I think it's just that they make your eyesight better. I don't think it's about like night vision or anything. You have to be a dog for that. getting rid of all the inventory.
Maybe they're moving to that other camp?
It seemed like he was just up there thinking and then was like... Nah, I don't think Gabriel's about to just leave with that stuff. He can't, right?
Come on, help me out. What do I need to do?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I like that one. That's a hurt one.
Oh, man. That last episode is going to be a tough act to follow. I tell y'all
way
what.
in hell. That was not the deal. You people swore you could take the Saviors out, and you failed. So any arrangement we had is now done. We aren't trade partners, we aren't friends, and we never met. We don't know each other. I owe you nothing. In fact, you owe me for taking in the refugees at great personal risk.
Oh, you were very brave staying in here while Maggie and Sasha saved this place. Your courage was inspiring.
We already started this.
You started.
We did, and we're gonna win.
These are killers.
Is this how you want to live? Under their thumb, killing your people?
Sometimes we don't get to choose what our life looks like.
How many people can we spare? How many people here can fight?
I don't even know how many people we have. Margaret? And does it even matter? I mean, what are you gonna do? Start a platoon of sorghum farmers? Because that's what we got. They grow things. They're not gonna want to fight.
You're wrong. When people have the chance to do the right thing, they usually step up.
Let me stop you before you break into song, okay? And by the way, who would train all this cannon fodder?
I will.
Rhetorical.
Would we be better off without the Saviors? Yes or no?
Yeah.
What will you do to fix the problem?
I didn't say we had a problem. You did. And what happens outside of my purview is outside of my purview.
What the hell, man? You're either with us or you ain't. You're sitting over there talking out of both sides of your mouth.
I think I've made my position very clear. And I want to thank all of you for not being here today and not having this meeting with me or being seen on your way out. In other words, go out the back.
Uh-oh. Take him to Alexandria. Put him in that prison.
Walking ball sack. Knock that idiot's teeth out.
We don't need him anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Because we have Maggie, Sasha, and Jesus here.
And Enid.
Hey,
What's wrong?
nothing. Come outside.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
If you don't remember, I'm Birdie, and I owe my life to you all twice over. A bunch of us do. Enid says that you want Gregory to get us to fight the Saviors with you. Is that true?
Yes.
Do you think we could win? That we really could beat them?
I do.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Let's do it.
Well, first off, y'all need some guns.
It's a start. We'll get more.
Look at
Still
her.
won't be enough. No, it won't.
We find the right stuff. Maybe we don't need the numbers.
You said there weren't just soldiers with the Saviors, that there were workers there. People didn't have a choice.
We gotta win.
We need more hands. Another group. Egan has outposts. The geography, the distance works against us. We gotta get back. They come looking for Daryl. We need to be there.
You don't have to get back. Not yet. It's one of theirs. Long
Let's
range.
go.
We can listen in. Keep track of them.
So if we're not going back, what are we doing then?
I think it's time I introduce you to Ezekiel. King Ezekiel.
King Ezekiel.
They're like, we don't want to be
those
under a king.
They need those throwing spikes where if they see the cars come, you know that the police do?
Oh, I thought you were talking about ninja stars. I thought you were about to put ninja stars in
No,
their tires.
no. I'm saying if you see all their cars pull up, throw out them throwing spikes and be like, I don't know.
How you gonna just throw them out? You're gonna get shot. It don't work that way.
I don't know how those got there. They just
It's called the kingdom.
I dropped my spikes. Sorry.
I didn't name it.
Comments. Well, that's a great idea.
Well, technically we're already here. I mean, it's Outer Edge.
Hi. The hell we waiting on?
Waiting for them.
Who dares to trespass on the sovereign land of the... Oh, shit. Jesus, is that you?
Look, even the horses have...
all these people, Paul. Hi, Richard. This is Rick Grimes. He's the leader of a like-minded community. These are some of his people. We would like to request an audience with King Ezekiel. Get out of the car.
You say they're a like-minded community. Like-minded how?
We live, we trade, we fight the dead, sometimes others.
Line up.
Okay, this is a waste of time. Come on, let's go.
Maybe you're right. The king is a busy man, and it's a dangerous world. We don't usually allow a pack of strangers to waltz through our door.
We want to make the world less dangerous, and we are all here to show the king how serious we are about that.
The car stays outside. You gotta hand over your guns.
We only have 2.
Okay. Follow me.
Dude, I'm so excied for this.
I know, I'm excited for them to see this too. Who do you think is going to have the best reaction to it?
You have a brain and a backbone. So I'm talking to you. Whatever you're trying to start here, another protection pack of trade, none of it matters if we don't start dealing with the real problem. The saviors.
You know, Richard, I've never seen you smile. I think that's going to change today.
Oh yeah, they'll see Morgan here.
Well, hello, Rick.
They'll be like, "What you doing?"
Hey!
They have the numbers, but can they fight?
Oh, they can fight.
Hey, let's go. They're training. The other guys are just drinking and gambling.
But they have firepower.
Morgan?
Hey. How do you know each other?
We go back to the start.
Well, the king is ready to see you.
Did you find Kara?
I did, yeah.
Where is she? Is she okay?
Well, she was here and then she left. You know, she wasn't too happy with me following her. She wanted to get away from us, from everyone. But when I found her, she was shot. It was just the Grays. I got her back here. They got doctors.
Was it them?
Was. She had crossed with some of them, and one of them followed her, tried to kill her, but I stopped him. I killed him.
Plus like.
She got help. Now she's gone.
Jesus! It pleases me to see you, old friend. It pleases him indeed, Jerry. Tell me, what news do you bring good King Ezekiel? Are these new allies you brought me?
Indeed they are, Your Majesty. This is... Oh, right, I forgot to mention.
Yeah, Tiger.
This is Rick Grimes, the leader of Alexandria, and these are some of his people.
I welcome you all to the kingdom, good travelers. Now, what brings you to our fair land? Why do you seek an audience with the king?
Look at Michonne's.
Ezekiel, Alexandria, the hilltop, and the kingdom. All 3 of our communities have something in common. We all serve the saviors. Alexandria already fought them once and we won. We thought we took out the threat, but we didn't know then what we know now. We only beat one outpost.
We've been told you have a deal with them, that you know them. Then you know they rule through violence and fear.
Your Majesty, I only told them of...
Our deal with the saviors is not known among my people, for good cause. We made you a party to that secret when you told us of the hilltop's own travails, but we did not expect you to share.
We can help each other.
Don't interrupt the king. We brought you into our confidence. Why did you break it?
Because I want you to hear Rick's plans.
And what plans have you, Rick Grimes of Alexandria?
We came to ask the kingdom to ask you to join us in fighting the saviors, fighting for freedom for all of us.
What you are asking is very serious.
Several of our people were killed by the saviors, brutally.
Who?
Oh, Morgan doesn't know.
Abraham, Glenn, Spencer, Olivia, Eugene was taken. They took Daryl. He escaped. Every second he's out here, he's a target. You gonna say you were right?
No, I'm just real sorry they're gone.
Negan murdered Glenn and Abraham, beat him to death.
Terrorized the hilltop, set loose walkers just to make a point.
I used to think the deal was something we could live with. A lot of us did, but that's changing. So let's change the world, Your Majesty.
I want to be honest about what we're asking. My people are strong, but there's not enough of us. We don't have guns, not enough at least.
We have people and weapons. If we strike first, together, we can beat them. Your Majesty, no more waiting for things to get worse beyond what we can handle. We set things right. The time is now.
Morgan, what say you?
Me? Speak. People will die. A lot of people, and not just the saviors. If we can find another way, we have to. Maybe it's just about Negan, just capturing him, holding him, maybe.
The hour grows late. Rick Grimes of Alexandria. You have given the king much to ponder.
Well, when I was a kid, my mother told me a story. There was a road to a kingdom, and there was a rock in the road.
I know.
And people would just avoid it, but horses would break their legs on it and die. Wagon wheels would come off. People would lose the goods they'd become in a cell. That's what happened to a little girl. The cask of beer her family brewed fell right off. It broke. Dirt soaked it all up, and it was gone. That was her family's last chance. They were hungry, didn't have any money. She just sat there and cried, but she wondered why it was still there, for it to hurt someone else. So she dug at that rock in the road with her hands till they bled. Used everything she had to pull it out. It took hours. And then, when she was gonna fill it up, she saw something in it. It was a bag of gold.
All right.
The king put that rock in the road because he knew the person who dug it out, who did something, they deserved a reward. They deserved to have their life changed for the good.
I invite you all to sup with us and stay till the morrow.
Yeah, we need to get back home.
I shall deliver my decree in the morn.
You know, King Ezekiel's role-playing as a king, obviously, but if he joins this fight and if they defeat the saviors, like, the history books are going to look back and he's going to be a legit king. Because that's honestly that's some gangster stuff, dude. You know what I mean?
I like when he stood up, his tiger stood up and was like, "Rah."
Oh, sorry. Thought you were one of the dead.
Why didn't you just run the other way?
Oh, I'm training. I'm pushing myself. Trying to step up.
Put the safety back on.
Oh, practicing shooting.
Let me give you some advice. It's gonna be dark soon. Don't wander around out here on your own and get yourself killed.
Same goes for you too, right?
You're not me. Go home, Benjamin.
Well, look, Ezekiel's gonna keep coming out here to check on you. He doesn't want to bug you, but he needs to know that you're okay.
He told you that?
No, but I know him.
Well, tell him.
I can't. He looks out for the people that he cares about. You want some food? A bottle of water? I carry extra in case I run into someone who needs it.
No.
Why? Just a good kid.
There's not a lot of us left. Have to help each other. Maybe I'll see you again.
Maybe. Heel toe out here. Bend at your knees. You want to keep quiet. I heard you from a mile away.
Okay.
And when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Well, it sounds like he's going to fight.
Thanks for stepping in on story duty.
I stopped in to say goodnight. You missed supper. Where were you?
For a walk in the woods.
You went out there, unaccompanied.
Took out 2 dead ones on my way back. Getting pretty good with the stick. Wanted to practice with the gun. I saw Carol out there.
Oh, did she seem well? Did you talk to her?
Yeah. She asked why I carry food and water in case I run into people.
And you told her?
It's the same reason we should say yes to Rick.
Elaborate.
You saw their eyes. They're gonna risk everything if we help them or not. And if we don't help them, if we turn away, they can't win. And if they do, somehow, they will have saved us and we won't have done a thing. My dad always said that if you're asked to be the hero, be a hero. He wanted me to be ready for anything, and I am. We are.
Aw. That was a good little speech.
I thank you for your sage counsel. Your father would be very proud. The king is very proud.
I love how they have like the Marine Corps running thing.
They just like robbed a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yes. Little Arya Stark. I really love this place. I wish we could all just move in here.
This is life here, every day, but it came at a cost. And I wanted more of this. I wanted to expand, to create more places like this. Men and women lost their limbs. Children lost their parents because I sent them into battle against the wasted when I did not need to.
This is different. The dead don't rule us. The world doesn't look like this outside your walls. People don't have it as good. Some people don't have it good at all.
I have to worry about my people.
You call yourself a damn king. You sure as hell don't act like one.
All of this came at a cost. It was lives. The peace we have with the saviors is uneasy, but it is peace. I have to hold on to it. I have to try. Although the kingdom cannot grant you the aid you desire, the king is sympathetic to your plight. I offer our friend Daryl asylum for as long as he requires it. He will be safe here. The saviors do not set foot inside our walls.
How long do you think that's gonna last?
Exactly.
True.
At least say thank you though, Daryl. You know, like, I mean, if you're the savior, you can do whatever you want. You can't do anything about it.
I bet they're gonna have to do that for him to join.
Yeah, exactly.
You think Tara's like, should I go talk to the girls or?
Why?
I knew what
Because
was
she
coming.
has a group she knows.
I knew that king guy would say no, but it still pissed me off.
What the hell are you telling me for? We both had sex with the same dead guy. Doesn't make us friends.
You can change his mind, but you won't.
Then you can stay. We can talk.
How many people do we have? I'll go with you.
We don't even have enough to take on one outpost face to face yet.
So the kingdom has to get involved, or the saviors will always be in charge. It isn't about soldiers. We're making them stronger. The more food we give them, the more arms, the more everything, every day. Any of us give them something, they become harder and harder to beat.
I open it up. We're gone.
You're not.
I'm staying here.
You have to try to talk to Ezekiel. Or stare him into submission, whatever it takes. We'll be back soon.
Maybe Negan looking for Daryl is going to be the reason he enters this place.
That is true. Poor Daryl, though.
For anyone out there who loved the obese bastard as much as I did, I just want to say a few words. Bad Joey was not the most badass son of a bitch, but he was loyal. He had a great sense of humor. In fact, we were just joking about oral sex with Lucille the other day. Things will not be the same now that he's dead. Without Fat Joey, Skinny Joey is just Joey. Let's have a moment of silence.
Someone's trying to block the way. Gotta be the saviors.
I think it's the base over there.
Yeah, that's it. Must be trying to make it hard to get to him.
Yeah, we gotta keep going. We'll move him, then we'll move him back. They don't need to know we were here.
Man, that's a lot of work. When my car battery's dead, I can't put it in neutral.
Really?
Come take a look at this.
Uh-oh.
That ain't good.
A tripwire?
What's all this for?
When I was hiding in the back of the truck, I heard a couple of them talking about this. This is for a herd.
That's why it's a steel cable. It's not just for one walker. It's for a lot.
We need these explosives.
Yeah. We have to figure out how to disarm it first.
Dang, too bad we don't have Eugene.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Up is not going to make a difference if this thing goes off.
We
got ourselves a red situation. I need a search party. See if Daryl ran home like the dumb animal that he is. On it. Be there in time for lunch. Turn that sleepy little bird upside down.
We gotta go. We gotta get there before then, but we need these. We need to clear a path anyway.
First part's done.
What now?
We gotta unwrap the secondary explosives, the dynamite, the RPGs. Make sure these casings are not messed up and do not mess them up either. This thing could still blow.
Y'all heard her. Let's go.
I would need further instruction. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I would have been like, can you write that down or repeat that?
Can I watch you do one? Oh, this reminds me of Lost.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. I'm on easy street.
You can load the explosives into the trunk as long as they're in good shape. No dents, no tears. They're not live. They still need to be triggered to be set off.
Is she on the SWAT team?
Not that one.
I mean, all I'm saying is she knows a lot, but she didn't want to take that hostage shot, did she?
Look. Okay. There they are.
She's holding the thing like this.
Still have time. We need to get the cars back in front of the on-ramp.
They'll know we took their explosives, so does it matter?
We want that herd to stay on the highway.
Why?
We may need it.
Okay.
To like block them?
Sarah, Carl, come on.
You know what's so funny about TV shows? Like in your mind, they're thinking about getting these explosives and all, but in real life, they're wondering like what their chefs are gonna make for dinner, or like if their wife's letting the dog out. You know what I mean?
All right, Sasha, Jesus, can you get back to the hilltop on foot?
Yeah.
Tell Maggie we're not giving up. Go.
Here.
Careful.
We need every stick.
Rick. They're gonna cut them off. Should we just split up?
No, the cars. If they run,
We lay on the horn when we started.
I'll bring my arm down and we go. Stay together.
I'm almost to the point where I forgot about the walkers. Like they're like a non-factor at this point. No way, no way. Whoa!
Love this.
Red Rover, Red Rover. This is insane.
That was a good idea because I wouldn't have thought about that.
I mean, with their mushy bodies. Oh my gosh.
I just have to respect in the road.
I'd have put my car in reverse.
Yeah.
No way, no way, no way. No way, no way. Yeah, now they're gonna think that that explosion destroyed all of it.
Yeah, I didn't like the look of that shit at all.
I pushed it.
We're here. You can smile. We made it. We can't make it.
Yeah, but where are y'all gonna hide that dynamite now?
We're the ones who live.
Lose the car?
It's somewhere safe.
You didn't find anything.
No. Listen, we need to get everyone ready.
Uh-oh.
Well, if they're ever not there, can't they just be like, oh, we were out scavenging?
I mean, that's what I would say. I think Rick wants to be there to control the situation as much as possible, though.
I don't blame them.
Rick! Hello! And hello again.
We thought it'd be longer.
Do you think we're here for a tribute?
Is there another reason?
We're here for Daryl.
But Negan took Daryl.
But then your son showed up. Daryl went missing. Might those two things be connected?
They're not. We didn't know he was gone till right now.
Then this should be easy. Now, everyone find a buddy. gonna have to follow us around. If he's here, we really need you all to see him die.
It'd be so clutch if they could communicate with the other, like, towns. If they had some walkie-talkies or something.
Wow. Or like a raven.
Yeah.
I was thinking more Game of Thrones, but alright.
Wow. These are some bare shelving units. You guys have a barbecue or something and not invite us? Seriously! Hope you're not trying to hide stuff from us, because that generally doesn't go over very well.
We have a lot of people. It's getting harder to find stuff, and our focus lately has been on finding things that Negan might want. We're still adjusting to the new system.
We were gonna scavenge more today. If you just wait, we'll bring something back. We'll find more.
Relax! Not here for pickup, but that day's coming, so you best do whatever you need to. Dig deep, go the extra mile. Take some risks!
We will.
Well, we will appreciate that. Thank you for the cooperation, Rick. My apologies for leaving the place a bit of a mess, but we got a litany of other shit to attend to. Chop, chop.
Annoying.
Daryl does turn up here 2 days from now, 2 months from now, hell, 2 years from now. Just know there's no statute of limitations on this. Keep that hatchet handy. You're gonna need it if he turns up with you people, and it won't turn out the way it did for your boy.
What happened to the pantry? We don't know. We need to talk about Gabriel.
Where is he? He was on watch the night y'all went to scavenge. I was supposed to take over for him in the morning. He wasn't at his post.
To be honest, I sort of forgot about that whole thing.
Car's gone.
That son of a bitch. He stole our shit and ran.
That's what it looks like.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't believe it. That's not Gabriel. He wouldn't do that to us.
I thought he changed too, but it can't be anything else.
Yes, he can.
I don't want to believe it either.
I'm just starting to love that guy, so if he does that, I'm gonna be highly
Just
disappointed.
take our stuff and go. I mean, that's not who he is.
He saw Olivia and Spencer die.
He found his courage, you know? I want to believe he held on to it.
Why wouldn't he have taken this with him? Why would he leave it on the floor?
There weren't tracks up there before. We didn't find anything now. Maybe Daryl could have picked something up, but...
He left. He didn't leave a note. He obviously doesn't want to be found.
Yes, he does.
Is he at that boat?
How would he know?
That's what you got from the boat?
So that's it? You're finally leaving me?
You got me. I'm just sick of being so damn happy at home, you know? Didn't know what to tell you.
Babe.
They need me. Gabriel needs me.
If I ask you something, will you tell me the truth?
Of course.
The others didn't go out there scavenging, did they? They're going after them again, and they're not telling us.
Rick has his reasons.
Rick didn't get the shit beaten out of him. You think this is about Gabriel, but it's gonna be more. It's always more. Please don't go.
Gabriel's one of us. I have to. What's going on with the Saviors? That isn't this.
If Rick is taking on the Saviors, that is everything. What if they find out while you're gone? What if they come back here?
Do you want to leave? Just turn our backs.
I want us alive. Both of us.
Told you.
Yeah, but remember we saw someone's foot out there.
That bush looks like a big old green penis, doesn't it? Did it?
Like
did
father,
it not?
like Father Nature's.
Yeah. Mother Nature's a lucky woman. Who are these people?
They look like saviors.
But do they?
I don't know.
Maybe we haven't met these people yet. Oh, is that girl tribe? No, there's dudes. Hey, I don't know who this guy is. Hold on, who did that say?
James Hildebrittle.
All right, guys, rest in peace to James Hildebrittle. I don't really know who that is. Somebody please let us know in the comments who that is. But anytime they do that in a series, it's someone who's really close to the project, I'm sure. So that's obviously not good. Those were some phenomenal episodes, genuinely. Like, those were some of the best episodes of The Walking Dead I've ever seen, particularly the first episode.
Yeah.
Man, it was so good.
I know. I really liked it. I really like when they're coming together. I knew I was going to love that moment, and it did not disappoint.
Well, King Ezekiel basically decided that he does not want to risk his subjects because he's already been through so much. He feels like he has a good thing going. And a lot of that is because they don't have their kingdom violated.
Yeah.
Right? Like the people at Alexandria, they're just sitting there and all of a sudden their gates open and then the people are inside of their homes. They're raiding their stuff.
They kind of do have a
stuff.
good thing going. Like better than the other two.
I wouldn't call it good, but it's better
he's
than
jeopardizing that by,
It could be worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about his kingdom is he has a lot of soldiers. So Rick really needs to tap into that. He really needs the numbers. I think eventually he's going to say, yeah. What do you think? I think
it's going to take Negan to push him.
Well,
and it could be looking for Daryl, or it could be just because the other people aren't getting much done, like in terms of they can't find much.
Yeah. But I don't blame him because he is in a very unique position, especially when you're in a leadership position in the show. Like, it's one thing to want to fight and liberate, and if you're King Ezekiel, you sort of look at all this stuff as it's not really my problem. Like, you're getting raided also, but the consequences aren't that bad. Your people don't even realize how unfree they are. You know what I mean? And so in a way, that makes you look better because your people don't look at you as like a coward who's allowing them to be exploited. But at the same time, you're keeping your people as safe as possible, so you feel like a good king.
Yes.
And from his perspective, I mean, it's not a perfect situation, but it's still peace at the end of the day.
But also, if he does decide, okay, I'm just going to go into the fold with him, then all the people will know that he hasn't been telling them something.
Well, he's also putting a lot of trust in Daryl because he said Daryl can stay here. Daryl knows exactly what the situation is. I mean, who's to say that Daryl's not just going to go gossiping around town? But hey, you guys know that half of everything y'all have, you're actually giving it to this group because a lot of people don't know it. So I guess maybe King Ezekiel had a little conversation with him on the side and asked him to keep that information private since he is allowing him to stay in his kingdom.
Which he will.
Yeah, which I think he will.
Yeah.
I mean, Daryl's. No, Daryl has character.
Daryl's not even going to go talk to people.
Yeah, he's probably just going to go raccoon hunting and stay to himself. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he's probably going to be standoffish for sure.
Yeah.
So my prediction, obviously, is the Saviors are going to show up looking for Daryl. Which, why would they show up looking for Daryl? As far as the Saviors are concerned, Alexandria doesn't even know the Savior or the kingdom exists.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, I feel like you would just cross off all your T's, right? So maybe Daryl escaped and just ran the opposite direction. Maybe there's Alexandria here, here's the Saviors here, so maybe he just ran this way and just happened to run into him, So, I mean, I would definitely look for him there. And I think that they're going to come into that kingdom. They're going to violate their treaty. And once you violate the treaty, I mean, that's going to show King Ezekiel that, the treaty is basically good for nothing.
Right.
So,
and it's going to show the whole town that they've been low-key supplying them.
So does that mean the Saviors don't know that they have a tiger?
Oh,
what if the Saviors kill the tiger?
I kind of do think that's going to happen. Either that or Negan will take it. It's an interesting thing.
Oh God, do you think Negan's going to be walking around with Lucille in his left hand and a tiger in his right hand? I don't think the tiger would let him.
I don't think so either.
I mean, he has a certain affection for King Ezekiel, right?
Yeah, because he saved him and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, I just, Negan says he likes interesting things, so I feel like that would be amongst the interesting things.
What's more interesting than a tiger in North America? You know what I mean?
Ask Mike Tyson.
He's like, hey, we all got plans. We get punched in the face. Yeah, so that's something I definitely see happening for sure.
Yeah, because I was thinking at the beginning, I was like, I wonder why Negan hasn't even taken that yet.
Yeah, because he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. Yeah.
But eventually, I mean, like if you're Negan, I feel like just out of boredom and curiosity, eventually you'd want to peek your head in there. You know what I mean? I mean, he seems like a guy who likes to have
control. It doesn't seem like Negan deals with them.
Yeah.
You know how I feel like when they feel like there's softer groups, like for example, Hilltop.
Yeah.
They gave like a certain outpost to them, never really had to deal with them.
Right.
And I feel like when Negan feels like he doesn't really have to control somebody, he gives it to someone else.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I feel like when he met Rick, he realized, and Rick took out an outpost. He was like, I have to go deal with him directly.
Yeah.
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 Because
Probably
you don't see Negan at Hilltop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, it was crazy. We lost Spencer. That's the thing that happened. What was the lady's name who kept the inventory? Olivia. She's gone. So that really sucks for that. And then when we started this episode, Gabriel basically took the food and disappeared. So in a sense, we sort of lost Gabriel. I mean, we know where he's at.
Like he has a good. Sorry.
Good reason.
I feel like Gabriel. I feel like it wasn't malintentions for Gabriel.
Yeah, but if you're Gabriel, how are you like? I'm trying to think about where the writing's going here. Like, why don't you take all the food?
He was looking out into there and was like, "Oh shoot, they might come try to take our." I don't know. I just feel like Gabriel knew something. He started reading the Bible. Maybe he like prayed about it or something.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe he's just hiding the food they have so they don't take half.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Well, it looked like they were just gonna destroy everything.
That seems like a very like simple explanation. So maybe Occam's razor, you know,
right?
Who knows?
But there's probably more to it because the only reason I say that about Gabriel because he was so on the spot with the Maggie thing, and I feel like his character is only improving. It's not taking steps back.
Which I hope it doesn't, because I'm really starting to like him.
And I feel like just based off that, it's not going to be anything bad.
Yeah. I mean, we are in a really interesting spot, though, because when King Ezekiel turned to Morgan and asked Morgan, what do you think? Morgan said something that I kind of agree with, which is not very often I'm going to agree with Morgan, only because of his like pacifist arc. But he said maybe it's as simple as killing Negan. And in a way, it's like, that's a gamble. You really have to. I don't think he
said kill Negan. I think he said capture Negan.
Yeah, you probably say capture.
Yeah.
But in my mind, same thing.
Right, but he's saying capture is in like maybe he could change him. You know how?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that that's what he meant, but he said capture.
That's probably exactly what he meant, yeah. But in my mind, I was just thinking like capture him and then, you know, maybe if, you know, you stab him in the head, you stab him in the head, you know. But, you know, if you're Rick, you either take out Negan, which I know Morgan said capture, but you either assassinate Negan, like I've been saying the whole time. If you can just kill Negan, you know, he's obviously the charismatic leader, right? I mean, obviously he doesn't seem like someone who's just easily replaceable, right? So if you get rid of him, maybe everyone will disband. Maybe they'll, you know, if you can get away with killing him and no one knows who killed him, then maybe, just maybe, you know, maybe they'll think the guy who plays Trevor in GTA, I don't know his name, but maybe he did it. Simon. So maybe they'll think he did it, but that's sort of a gamble because you either attack the whole entire group and just try to win, like straight up, or you kill Negan. But if you kill Negan, you take away your element of surprise. So there's really two options. Yeah,
it kind of reminded me of, you know, when the governor took over that second, you know, the governor got the whole town, what was it called? Woodbury. He got it taken down. And then, you know, he went on his little, like, I'm alone arc and then met up with, you know, those other people and then went to that.
He was just a rambling man.
Yeah. And then he went to that other group. And then when he killed the leader there, it kind of reminds me of that because you just remember no one really rallied around anyone.
Yeah.
So they were all kind of like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And it kind of made me think that when you kill a leader and it's unexpected, that's just what happens.
Yeah.
You're just like, what do we do here? And it just seemed like the governor was trying to take it, which he did.
Well, I mean, I feel like
Simon could probably do that, but he's not that great of a character. So.
Well, yeah, because you would kill Negan, and obviously logic would dictate that somebody else is just going to take over, and not much is going to change. But it's really hard to replace that cult of personality.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he really does have a 1 in a million personality. So, this show's about to get really interesting.
Yeah,
really.
It already is really interesting, based off the fact that they have nothing to fight with.
I'm glad that Daryl escapes.
But it makes it stressful.
I kind of hate that he had to kill that guy. You know, it really sort of put a stamp on the fact that so many of these people are just doing their job. They're trying to survive. You know, they don't really have much of a choice. If you're Daryl, I don't really know what other choice you had. I mean, if you kill that guy, you at least buy yourself a better head start. You let that guy go out of sympathy. I mean, he's already done that before, right? And it came back to completely bite him. So
yeah, that guy was going to tell on him. So
yeah, he didn't have a choice. He had to tell on him.
Yeah,
you know, I mean that's the issue is, you know,
they're just trying to look out for their own interests.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you kind of have to look out for yours as well.
Yeah, I hate that it has to be that way, but it just has to be that way.
Yeah,
so.
this is the rules we are brought with, not the rules we choose.
Like I said, it's very nice that the king allowed Daryl to stay inside of his kingdom. I'm going to respect it, man. I'm going to call it the kingdom. I know it's just like a little town, But as far as I'm concerned, it's a dang kingdom. I mean, you got a tiger, you got a king.
It's so fun to be there, honestly.
It is fun, right?
It is just because like they're kind of LARPing and it's.
But the thing is, though, is like when you get a fresh restart like that, like when reality or when, basically when society restarts, I mean, you can be whoever you want to be. It's kind of like moving to a new school. I mean, you can shape yourself into whoever you want,
Yeah, it's
especially
like,
when you're young.
You don't have anything behind you, basically. Yeah. I guess you could just start over fresh. But that's what I feel like the whole apocalypse of this show is. Every single person who had a past, it doesn't really matter anymore. You can make what you want to make yourself. Like Negan could have dang been worked at a Blockbuster or something.
Like I said, I feel like Negan's that guy who's like, a little to the left, and then he changes your oil. He's like, do you want synthetic today?
I hope we get to know what he did before. Or like, just a little something, just like his rise to power. It would be nice to like have a little backstory on that.
What if he was the guy who cut the fruit in the produce section at Kroger or Ingles or whatever?
Like I just want him to be something so opposite of what he is. What if he was like a guidance counselor or something?
Yeah.
Like what if he was just like a completely different personality? A
dentist.
Oh yeah. What if he just like made like Ezekiel's kind of role playing?
Yeah.
What if he's also doing that?
Yeah.
Because the governor was doing that.
I mean, on some level, a lot of these people are,
Yeah,
that's what's so fun about
and that's the only thing I think about Rick is he's not really role playing.
Yeah, he's really not.
Yeah, because he's kind of sticking true to himself.
I thought there would be a little more emphasis on how goofy Rick thought the kingdom was, But he's sort of at the point where he doesn't even have time to think about that. He just needs to get an army together.
He's like, you know what? I'll play into this, Your Majesty.
But Rick is just so serious that like I thought he would at least be scoffing at it a little bit, but they didn't really put any emphasis on that.
They did. So. They made Michonne's face just hilarious, though.
Michonne was like...
Michonne was like... I think Carol handled it the best, though.
Yeah. She was like condescending in a way.
Yeah, she was so...
But he didn't know her enough to realize
right, she was being so jolly about it.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because Morgan just gave her no heads up.
Yeah, Morgan is definitely bought in 100%.
Except for he doesn't do the whole like the way they talk.
I think it's cute the kid that Morgan trained is now on the King's Guard.
Oh yeah, like Benjamin.
Yeah. That part was cool.
Yeah, I like when Carol, anytime she has an interaction with a kid, it's just funny.
Yeah. Like yeah, she's tough on them kids.
Yeah.
Real tough.
Yeah. But anyways, those episodes are really good. I think the second one though, I think the first one was like the better of the two. The second one still was also really good.
I was hoping we'd get a little clarity on what happened to Eugene. He's probably not having a good time over there for sure. We didn't really get anything on that at all. So I was hoping to see how he's living a little bit, but we didn't. And then another thing, obviously, is our group got a lot of dynamite.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge development. I mean, if you play your cards right, that could be lethal for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be
at least for one
hit.
of the outposts. Like you could maybe blow one up and fight another.
Yes.
Just like throw everyone off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the timing. You're like, I wonder, like that walkie-talkie is good, but I wonder how long it's gonna last.
100%.
And they'll have to figure out something, and I feel like they'll just switch the channel and not tell them.
Yeah.
Like maybe they have like a schedule where they switch the channel. I don't know.
Gonna figure it out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching The Walking Dead with us. These two episodes were genuinely some of the best Walking Dead I've ever seen in my life. I think this show is just absolutely taking off right now for sure. If you're one of those people who stopped watching as soon as Glenn died and you never seen this far,
that's a shame.
I mean, that really sucks because I feel like this show is at it's on a high right now, 100%.
And I mean, it does suck that Glenn died. Don't get me wrong. I'm really bummed about that part.
Yeah.
But, and of course, Abraham too. But at the same time, I feel like it's taking a different direction.
And this show just has so much to offer.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to be honest, this is going to be a controversial statement, but even if Rick Grimes died at this point, I mean, this show is still worth watching for sure. And I mean, I really hope that doesn't happen. But I got a feeling that he is going to happen because wouldn't that be a shock if he didn't make it to the end?
Well, yeah, and also...
He keeps saying to Michonne, we're the ones who live. And
right.
That's sort of freaking me out
and
a little
also,
bit.
they're having these generational things, like Maggie's pregnant. Yes. They're having younger people enter it, like Carl and Enid. And I feel like they're doing that for reasons because, like, you know, they have to eventually give it off because it's 11 seasons long.
Do you think maybe Carl will eventually be like... Because now that you mention it, it does sort of feel like Carl this whole time has been sort of building himself up into a young Rick.
Like he's learning.
He's been through a lot.
He's learning a lot of different things. Like he went to Negan and learned stuff. Like even though that was like a crazy mission and that was wild, Negan ended up not killing him, but I feel like he learned a lot from over there. Like,
and he's so battle tested at this point.
I think he learned about like leadership. Regardless, like bad leadership and good leadership.
Yes, 100%.
So I feel like that's gonna make him a more well-rounded leader.
I'm just glad Negan left, man.
Yeah.
I mean, to change the subject, I'm just so glad that he got out of town, because I was actually starting to get really worried that he was gonna move in.
Yeah.
And just like, and guys, I'm really glad that we've decided we're gonna fight, because as the viewer watching this show, you know, obviously there's going to be conflict in the show and you're not going to love everything, but it was really starting to get on my nerves about how every time Negan comes around, we all just have to sit there and shut up. I mean, it sucks, you know.
I mean, we're still going to have to do. We're
but,
still going to have to do that regardless right now.
Yeah, but at least we know in the back of our mind, yeah, you'll see, mother sucker. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't get any of that. I was starting to think this is just the way it was.
The day will come when you won't be.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there thinking they're going to kill off Rick and just replace it with what's his name.
Spencer?
No, not Spencer. Even worse. I was, you know, maybe Negan's just going to become the main character and Rick's just going to fade into, you know, into irrelevancy or something. But it looks like we got to fight.
Right.
And that part gave me chills.
But you want to know something that I'm a little disappointed they didn't deal with? Like,
tell me, baby. Tell me.
I'm a little disappointed Carl didn't get like grounded or something.
Man,
because what was that man doing?
I mean, on some level, you got to stop. If you're Carl, you got to stop doing reckless things, like, you know, and yeah, it's just very complicated.
Because if you think about it, and I'm not blaming Carl for this, but Carl going in to do that brought Negan to the town to kill 2 more people.
I mean, every action bears a consequence. So
Right.
it doesn't matter if you try to assassinate Negan. It doesn't matter if you accidentally, you know, it doesn't matter if you accidentally burn his eggs. I mean, you just got to really walk a straight line with this dude.
I mean, if you think about it, that, you know how that was annoying when Spencer did that stupid zipline thing?
Carl was like the same thing.
Yeah, that was like kind of the same thing.
Yeah, because Carl could have tried to assassinate him. He could have been like, "Oh, you little devil, I'm going to teach you." He could have rode right back to Alexandria and then killed the baby.
Or just killed Daryl on the spot because Daryl was there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, I mean, he could have done anything as a consequence of that.
And I love Carl's character, but I just thought that was a little wild, and I wanted to see how Rick would handle that as like a parent, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but I don't really see him being much of a parent to Carl anymore. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, he's more of like a friend. Like at the beginning, they were kind of like, he kind of parented him when Shane was. I remember in the season 2 when he was at the farm, he like they were like up in a barn and they had like a father-son moment. And it was great, but since then I haven't really seen much of that.
She's like, Coral, stop trying to get yourself killed, Coral. He's like, stomps off. Yeah,
I'm gonna go take it out on my mom.
Yeah, there was a time in the show where my mind was completely just wrapped around the fact that we need to raise Carl better.
Yeah,
you know, but now, hey, he's a grown man at this point.
I know, and honestly, he kind of looks cool with his eye patch and his little like sheriff hat. Like, I think his little costume's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I think of Walking Dead, I think of his little costume.
I think of him going, tilting his head sideways like this.
Yeah, he's always like, look. And you notice whenever they walk in somewhere, they're all like evenly spaced.
Yeah.
So it's like whoever's talking to the group has to really like speak up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
This show's just getting good, man.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, we've just been with these characters for so long. They're like family in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started to feel that way in season 2 of the show.
Yeah, me too.
I remember thinking like, man, this is a really good group to be with for sure.
It's just kind of crazy how we started off one way and it just has all like changed.
Yeah.
Like there was Dale, Andrea.
Remember when we were at the hospital, like for example?
Yeah, with Beth.
With Beth. It feels so different now.
I know.
Which is a good thing, you know.
I mean, it's just evolved so many different times. And now we're in a weird position where we're trying to get all these different towns to fight against one person. Pretty bizarre.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I know we're a lot further than halfway done with the series, but in a way we're not. I mean, we still got a long ways to go. So.
Yeah.
And you see how much this show's changed in just a couple seasons. So I'm just excited for the journey. I'm really glad that we decided to watch this show. Like, I'm glad that, you know, when we watched Game of Thrones, I remember when it was over, it was just so like
emotional.
Well, it was just so sad that we had spent so long on something.
And you know, even when because we watched Game of Thrones and then we went all the way into the end of House of Dragon season 2. So we were like in Westeros for like the longest. So when we finally were done, it was kind of sad. I felt like I was starting to have a British accent.
me lords, me
Yeah,
ladies.
I felt like I was like starting to have like the etiquettes and be British and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you know, so I'm just really trying to enjoy the show because I know that eventually it's going to be over.
And then it's just it's a bummer when it is. So yeah,
Yes.
that's why I'm trying to take it in and have a good time with it. That's why, you know, probably with the Kingdom, I probably would have thought that was a little silly at first, but now like just embrace it and like it.
This is one of those shows that in like 5 years from now, I'm definitely going to pull it out and try to watch it with my son, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, dude, you really got to watch this. You got to watch this. It's so good. I'm trying to tell you. 11 seasons. Yeah, 11 seasons. It goes by quick. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this is one of those shows I'm definitely going to have to watch it. I mean, when my kid gets older, I'll watch this and Game of Thrones with him. He's not old enough for that yet. So
Yeah, definitely not. And you're going to definitely wait.
I'm excited for the day that I get to... No, I mean, I'm not even done with the show, but I can already feel myself excited to rewatch it one day.
Well, there's a lot of cute family aspects in this show. That like some of it, like there is.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and I mean, honestly, like Rick with his group, it feels like a family.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of like family virtues you can take from it.
Yeah. I mean, that is true, for sure. It's just a good show. I know one day my son's going to absolutely enjoy the mess out of it because I know how much I like it. So I guess I always get excited to share anything with him. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I still get excited to watch him try different flavors of ice cream, and he's 10. You know, I don't know.
I know. I get excited when there's something I don't like. For example, we went to, where were we the other day? We were at the boat, and my mom let him try it. This sounds so goofy, but my mom let him try egg salad, and he liked it, and it made my whole day.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because that's something I wouldn't expect him to like.
Well, and it's healthy. And anytime he likes healthy stuff, I'm just like, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, when he tried cauliflower the other day.
Oh, and liked it? I was
like,
so proud.
W.
I was so proud.
And then just the fact that he'll eat like roasted potatoes, and I don't know, it's just.
Oh, he loves potatoes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. If you had any fun here, please just drop a like on the video. And we got the full uncut reaction over on Patreon. A lot of people ask us all the time, but guys, you do not have to sync it. You click play. We're in the TV screen, and then the TV, basically, man, you press play and it shows like this, and then we're in the circles just like our reactions, but the whole entire episode will play, so you don't have to sync it or nothing like that. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll see y'all in the next one.